Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
And I'm Josh Croup, sitting in for Brittany Loffer. Today on Daybreak, we'll tell you about the most recent presidential hopeful to come to Pittsburgh and how voters here reacted.
And since we are getting to the end of the spring term, we will also inform you on some of the events that are being held for our outgoing seniors.
And we'll be joined in studio by Chelsey, Nicole, and the Northside Vamps for an interview and later a live performance in studio.
Daybreak starts right now. Josh, well, this was a very gorgeous weekend.
It was beautiful, fantastic. Point Park baseball, softball,
Yes.
big weekends for them. The Pirates were at home. An absolutely beautiful weekend.
And we can't forget the Penguins either. Even though we hate
Absolutely.
them
The big
mention-
screen up there for
Yeah.
the home games, man. It's awesome.
Spring seems like it's here. But Chloe, please tell us spring is here for the rest of the spring term.
All right, guys, it looks like it's going to be beautiful out for today. The high is 77. It's going to be warm and sunny. It might cool off later on during the day with a low of 42, but there's 0% chance of rain. So that looks like it's going to be nice, and make sure to stay outside. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chloe. Now for campus news. The United Student Government is looking to change its legislative structure. Last week, the USG senators voted on and passed a resolution that would eliminate the class structure that currently stands. The legislation now has to be voted on by the student body, and if it passes through the student body, then starting next year, the structure would not include what class a person represents.
The Outstanding Student Awards will be taking place this Friday, April 22nd at the Fairmont Hotel outside of Market Square. This annual event is put on by Point Park to recognize its students and organizations on campus for their achievements. Staff, faculty, and students had the opportunity to vote for and the results will be revealed by each category at the awards.
Last week, the Globe released a story detailing an adjunct professor's resignation from the School of Communication. Adjunct photography professor Matthew Conboy resigned last week after disagreeing with the university's handling of a dispute between him and Trudy Avery, an associate professor of criminal justice. Avery allegedly grabbed one of Conboy's students during his class after the student stepped on a plant belonging to Avery outside her office. Conboy received a letter from the university that he believed placed the blame on him for escalating the situation, so he resigned with 2 weeks left in the semester. For more details on the story, check out last week's edition of The Globe.
Last week, Point Park recognized its seniors during Senior Week. The seniors that are graduating were able to purchase their cap and gowns, attend a Pirates game, take pictures, and go on some social networking events. The seniors are also giving t-shirts recognizing their achievements. The day all seniors are looking forward to, though, is graduation, and that is set for Saturday, April 30th.
Coming up after the break, we'll be joined in studio by Chelsey Engle and Anja Wade from Chelsey, Nicole, and the Northside Vamps.
And later we will find out if the Golden State Warriors were able to make NBA history when we take a look at what's happening around the world of sports.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
All right, guys, any questions on the scripts? We good to go?
Yep, right. Should be good.
All right, great. All right, yeah, camera 3 set up right there. Camera 2. All right. Use the ball when you're moving this around, but set up for the 2 shot, just right there. Weather, how we doing?
It gon' rain.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Sarah Mackin with your The real host, Adrian Billon, was seen snuggled up.
All right, prompter. We got everything in. We're good to go. Key Pro, everything loaded. We're good to go. All right. Tyler, any questions?
That shot looks fine.
Three, two, one. Bring up camera 2. Open mics. Cue talent.
Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Aubrey Henken.
And I'm Aaron Myler.
And this is Entertainment on Point.
Beyonce has surprised us again.
Kanye West just tweeted.
This was a huge weekend at the box office.
A fan favorite TV show just got canceled.
Guess what band is coming to the city? And the award went to...
But did you see her engagement ring?
Her outfit was awful.
I would fire her stylist.
Tune in for all of your Hollywood gossip and pop culture news.
Entertainment on Point.
Get into the point of pop culture.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Now joining us in studio, as promised, are Chelsey Engle and Anja Wade of Chelsey Nicole and the Northside Vamps.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today.
Thank you
First
so
of all,
much.
how did you guys meet and form this band, the Northside Vamps? Chelsey and the Northside Vamps.
Yes. I started the band before Anja came along with a friend. It was kind of a personal crisis, and I knew I needed music. So it happened kind of randomly. We didn't perform. We just recorded an album, and then we started performing. And then I would say a year or so after that, I met Anja. And then you kind of just reached out to me on social media.
So Chelsey was already like active in Pittsburgh on the, like music scene. And I had heard, actually I think I saw like a YouTube video or something. She was singing a Sam Cooke song, like R&B or soul. And I liked her style, and I liked where she was coming from. I could hear like her influences pretty immediately. So I reached out to her on Facebook, I think, or something, and was just like, hey, we should collaborate or we should work together. And then just kind of went from there. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And what was your influences on the genre of music that you do?
I listened to a lot of, like she said, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, Janis Joplin. The modern people I listen to, most people don't even know who they are, like Sister Sparrow and the Dirty Birds, Clary Brown and the Bangin' Rackettes. So any band that sounds vintage, I kind of latch onto them. So I definitely think Amy Winehouse. Oh yeah, how did I forget my soul sister, Amy Winehouse? Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So you guys met over social media. How did that whole process go? What was that like, meeting a stranger and now all of a sudden you're in a band together?
I think it clicked right away. I don't know. We're both like kind of nerds, yeah. Same sense of humor a lot of the time. So I think it was more like finding a friend, if anything, or it was pretty natural, just like hanging out, and then the music kind of followed. So.
Cool. And if I can ask, what got you both into actually music?
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on doing anything until I don't know, what was it, three years ago? I just kind of went through a breakup of sorts, and I knew I needed something to help me out of it. So I kind of drank a whole bottle of wine and wrote a bunch of songs in a matter of like 3 weeks. And then I just thought, oh, okay, I can do something with this. And I just did the album. I had no intention of ever really being a musician. But she has much more experience.
I'm the opposite, kind of. I grew up in a household that was really appreciative of music. So like both my parents have really great taste in music. So I think I was always surrounded by a lot of just really high quality, like art, basically. But I started with classical piano. And then my dad was the one who always had guitars lying around the house. So when I got to be a teenager, I was kind of rebellious and was like, I don't want to do piano anymore. I want to play the guitar. So I started teaching myself by ear. And I borrowed my dad's guitar enough that he was like, I have to get you your own. I could never find it. So started from there, and then like my first love was blues guitar, I would say, and then from blues it just kind of blossomed into jazz.
Wow.
And
kind of natural.
Yeah, just like a progression, I think, like expanding your horizons musically, starting with, like, I think I'll always have a home in the blues, but because that's where I started, but and then I took lessons and stuff like that. So
give us a little preview of what we're going to hear on the program today. You got a couple singles lined up for us.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to do a new song called No Good Lover. It's a revenge song. So don't ever break up with me or I'll write a song about you. And then I think we're also going to do kind of the first song I ever wrote called Come Back to Me. I wrote it when I was crying in the shower.
Oh.
So that's kind of our classic song we always do. So
yeah.
A mix of like a soul ballad in the second song we're going to do, and then an upbeat kind of angry R&B tune. So
yeah,
a little mix.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining. I can't
Thank
wait.
you.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I know me and you are musicians by heart as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but also thank you, ladies, for coming, and we'll be seeing your performance later. But stay tuned to Daybreak, because later Chelsey and Anja will join us again, as I've said, for a live studio performance.
But first, coming up after the break, we'll have a look at some local and national headlines.
Here on the Pioneer Sideline, we talk a lot about sports in the studio, but it's beforehand when the conversation is actually interesting.
I hope I have enough powder on. I don't want to be too shiny on camera.
No, Trevor, I think it looks good every week you pull it off.
Ah, thanks, Phil. Man, your hair looks great tonight, by the way.
You sure? Yeah, I mean, I got a new haircut, but it looks all right.
Hey, guys. Does this make me look fat?
No,
you look great.
You look good.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Thanks. I was really...
Sports! Yeah!
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
Well, no one showed up to the show tonight. Follow my lead. In 3, 2, take 2, open mics, Q Talent. Good evening and welcome to UView News. I'm Josh Croup. We begin with breaking news out of West Penn Hall. Ready, 3, take lower third. Traffic is backed up in the West Penn elevator line after elevator 1 broke down on the 7th floor. Lose lower third. Maintenance advises students to take the stairs to avoid delays. Ready, 2, take 2. In other news, no, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. We need crew. Join UView. Take alien hand transition.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Now let's take a look at some of the news occurring in our region. Last Wednesday was a busy day in the city of Pittsburgh. As the Penguins began their quest for another Stanley Cup against the New York Rangers, the Pirates hosted the Detroit Tigers at PNC Park, and multiple political figures made stops in the Steel City. Donald Trump was at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall in Oakland for a taping of Sean Hannity's show on Fox News. Later that night, Trump held a rally at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. Trump follows Democratic presidential candidates, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, who made appearances in Pittsburgh in recent weeks. Chelsey Clinton also spoke at her mother's headquarters in East Liberty. Trump protesters were planned throughout the city, including an organized Trump is a Jagoff rally in the Strip District hosted by Pennsylvania Senate hopeful John Fetterman. The Pennsylvania primary is set for April 26th with 17 pledged delegates at stake for the winner of the Republican primary, and an additional 54 unpledged delegates are running in the 18 congressional districts across Pennsylvania.
A student was shot outside Stowe Rocks High School last Tuesday. Authorities say school was letting out at the time of the shooting, and the victim's injuries are not life-threatening. Stowe Rocks High School canceled classes Wednesday and reopened Thursday. Shots were also fired Wednesday afternoon 2.5 miles away at Pittsburgh's Langley High School. It is believed that 2 women got into an altercation when somebody fired a shot in the air. No one was injured, and a Pittsburgh Public School spokeswoman said the incident did not involve any students.
The former head of the Toledo Metro Federal Credit Union in Ohio admitted last week to stealing more than $223,000 from the credit union. 45-year-old Charles Poor admitted to embezzling money in the federal court in Pittsburgh last week and pleaded to a count of embezzlement The judge will sentence Poore in August. The FBI arrested Poore in Pittsburgh in October after determining he used his corporate credit card to make non-business related purchases between 2011 and 2014. The credit union board of directors noticed suspicious transactions on his credit card, and Poore resigned once confronted by the board about the purchases.
Now to take a look at what's going on across the country, let's head over to Kyle Anthony at the Daybreak News Desk. Kyle.
Thanks, guys. We will start off our national news coverage by talking about the biggest threat in Afghanistan, which is Al-Qaeda. Senior officials for the United States and top defense officials for Afghanistan say Al-Qaeda is very active and is a big threat. U.S. officials say they are concerned about Al-Qaeda leaders in remote areas of the country and say there may be more core operatives in the country. Al-Qaeda is being linked with ISIS and the Taliban, who is gaining ground in the country. Now we will go to Missouri, where their primary vote count has become final, and the winners have been announced on both sides. The holdup in the process was the fact that the vote count was just so close, and they wanted to make sure the right winner was declared. On the Republican side, the winner was Donald Trump, who beat out Ted Cruz by under 2,000 votes, which allowed Trump to gain another 12 delegates. Now, the Democratic side, the winner was Hillary Clinton, who beat out Senator Bernie Sanders by less than 1,500 votes. In our final story, Peabody Energy, who is the world's largest private sector coal producer, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in U.S. court due to a sharp decline in the price of coal. The company said they will continue to work while in bankruptcy. The company said the decline comes from the weakness in China's economy and overproduction of domestic shale and ongoing regulation challenges. The company lost $2 billion last year. This means the company has taken a 17% tumble this year so far. Now let's go back to Josh and Blaine over at the couch.
Thanks, Kyle. When we return to Daybreak, we will find out how the Penguins are doing in their quest for another Stanley Cup trophy.
And later we'll be joined in studio once again by Chelsey, Nicole, and the Northside Vamps for a live performance, so stay tuned.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Zach Guerin here with your weekly sports recap. The top stories come on the hardwood this morning. Last week, the regular season of the NBA came to a close. With that came the close of a career of one of the all-time greats in the game. Kobe Bryant played his final game of his illustrious 20-year career last Wednesday as the Los Angeles Lakers hosted the Utah Jazz. Mamba ended up shooting 22 for 50 from the field, including 6 3-pointers, to put up 60 points for only the 6th time in his career. The Lakers ended up beating the Jazz 101-96. While one person's career was ending, another team's record was being broken on the same night. The Golden State Warriors broke the record previously held by the 1995-96 Chicago Bulls for most wins in a single season. Sorry, Don. The Warriors accomplished this by defeating the Memphis Grizzlies 125-104. They were able to beat the record by just one win, finishing the season with a record of 73-9. The Warriors now look to win the NBA championship as they take on the Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. Now to more local news. The Pittsburgh Penguins are hard at work in the first round of the NHL playoffs, taking on their rival New York Rangers. The Penguins got off to a good start last week, winning Game 1 by a dominating fashion by a score of 5-2. Patrick Hornquist scored his first career postseason hat trick in the game, and starting goaltender Jeff Zatkoff had a great performance as well, stopping 35 of 37 shots he saw in the game. The series continues tomorrow night as the Penguins travel to Madison Square Garden for 2 consecutive games. And finally, baseball is back in full swing. The Pittsburgh Penguins had a busy week last week, taking on the Cincinnati Reds and the Detroit Tigers. The Reds were able to take 2 out of 3 from the Buccos in their first meeting of the season. The Pirates then started a home-and-home series with the Detroit Tigers, splitting the games in Detroit and losing both the games at home by scores of 7-3 and 7-4. The Pirates have the day off today as they travel west to prepare for a 10-game road trip, beginning with the San Diego Padres tomorrow night. Now it's time to check in with Aubrey Henken to see what's happening in the entertainment world.
Thanks, Zach. Chris Massey was arrested in Nevada this week after getting into a fight with his girlfriend, Kesselai Jackson. The actor, most known for his role as Michael Barrett on Zoey 101, was taken into custody at the Marquee Club at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas and is being charged with misdemeanor domestic violence. According to reports, Massey shoved Jackson during an argument they were having early Sunday morning. Less than a week ago, before the fight occurred, the former child star posted a picture on social media of him and Jackson, saying that he loves her and will always have her back. Then, just the other day, Jackson posted the same photo with no caption, leading people to believe that the couple are still together. Jackson also took to Twitter on Sunday night after the argument, saying, quote, "Vegas man, have you ever been wide awake, blacked out?" End quote. At this time, Massey has been released on bail and has yet to be formally charged by the DA. However, he has a return to court date scheduled for May 10th. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have brought their hot new romance to the snowy mountains in Colorado. The duo went to Aspen this past week for stylist Jamie Schneider's wedding, along with other A-list celebrities such as Cameron Diaz, Jessica Alba, and Kate Hudson. According to eyewitnesses, Perry and Bloom were very lovey-dovey the whole weekend, and they both looked really happy. The news of their official relationship recently came out just a few weeks ago. However, the couple first sparked romance rumors back in January during a Golden Globes after-party, where the two showed up together and seemed very comfortable and cozy with each other. According to a source close to the couple, the Dark Horse singer and the Pirates of the Caribbean actor seem to be getting pretty serious, and they are calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. The insider told E! News that Katy likes how down-to-earth Orlando is, and so far they're enjoying each other's company and seeing where the relationship goes. Orlando is Katy's first real boyfriend since her on and off again relationship with John Mayer, and only time will tell if this couple will last. That's all I have for entertainment news this week. Now let's check in again with Chloe to see how the weather is looking for the week.
Thanks, Aubrey. All right, it looks like for the rest of the week, the weather looks pretty nice. It's going to be warm. Tuesday, the sun is still shining. However, on Wednesday and Thursday, all the way through Sunday, we have some cloudy conditions. And Friday, we have a high of 68, which is warm, but it might rain, so you might have to change your plans to indoors. All right, thanks for that. Back to Blaine and Josh at the couch.
Thanks, Chloe. As you can see, Chelsey and Anja have rejoined us here in the studio and will be giving us a live performance when we come back on Daybreak.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
All right, guys, any questions on the script? We good to go?
Yep, right. Should be good.
All right, great. All right, yeah, camera 3 set up right there. Camera 2. Use the ball when you're moving this around, but set up for the 2 shot just right there. Weather, how we doing?
It gon' rain.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Sarah Mackin with you. The real host, Adrian Billon, was seen snuggling up against.
All right, prompter. We got everything in. We're good to go. Key Pro, everything loaded. We're good to go. All right, Tyler. Any questions?
That shot looks fine.
Like 3, 2, 1. Bring up camera 2. Open mics. Cue talent.
Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Aubrey Henken.
And I'm Aaron Myler.
And this is Entertainment on Point.
Beyonce has surprised us again. Kanye West just tweeted.
This was a huge weekend at the box office.
A fan favorite TV show just got canceled.
Guess what band is coming to the city? And the award went to...
But did you see her engagement ring?
Her outfit was awful.
I would fire her stylist.
Tune in for all of your Hollywood gossip and pop culture news.
Entertainment on Point.
Get into the point of pop culture.
Without further ado, here is Chelsey, Nicole, and the Northside Vamps.
Ladies, take it away.
I'd make you crawl just to see it. Leave your heart broken and bleeding. I'd sleep with 10,000 lovers, bring you under the covers to watch me like I watched you wreck it all. I'd strip you of your defenses. Well, I'd make you cry till you meant it. Well, I'd drag you down on my dark roads with baggage and tow. Well, babe, you gotta reap just what you sow. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. I don't need it no more. It's time to get mine, baby. Time to even out this score. Well, I draw the lines like you used to, then drag you over to fool you. Well, I never stopped to think about the mess I made. I'd find another place to lay the blame. I learned to play by your rules, babe. Well, I guess I joined in your sick game. They say that it takes two and that I did my part, but it only takes one bitch to break her heart. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. I don't need it no more. Oh, I can find another soon as I walk out that door. Tell me, where are you running? And where do you think you're gonna go? Where the cards that you hold are not the ones that you show. Soon the pain you always give will be the pain that you know. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. I don't need it no more. No, I don't need it. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. You're just my no good lover. I don't need it no more. I guess you'll have to grit and bear the wrath of lovers scorn. Oh.
amazing.
Outstanding.
I loved it
Outstanding.
so much.
That was awesome. I love that.
It was very good. And you know what? Thanks for joining us again today in studio. We really appreciate it.
And thank you for watching another episode of Daybreak.
Make sure you tune in again next week for our last episode, aka our farewell episode to some of our seniors. Well, as always, you always can get more entertainment,
more news,
and everything in between.
And to take us out here once again is Chelsey, Nicole, and the Northside Vamps.
Take it away, ladies.
You left with a fire glowing in your eyes, but your burning desire I could hear in your lies. Though you say that you wanna be free, well, I know it's me that you need. So won't you come back, baby, come back to me. Well, I know they all say it's just a little heartache. Well, if this is love, is this the price we must pay? So down on my knees, I can only dream of your arms around me tenderly until you come back to me. Well, how many days must I pretend to live like this? And how many nights must I cry before I give in? 'Cause without you, baby, this house just ain't no goddamn home. And I know I can't do it alone. Oh, you took it on with nothing to spare. You let my well run dry, and you don't even care. But somehow I can't see, no, I can't breathe. So if you want, you can have everything. If you just come back to me, yes. Oh, I need you to come back right now, baby. Oh, I need you to come right back to me. If you just come back to me.